A chronological Bible in 365 episodes. This is episode 106, continuing at 1 Samuel 22 and 1 Chronicles 12, and including Psalms 52, 57, and 142. David, therefore, departed from there and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brothers and all his father's house heard it, they went down there to him.
And everyone who was in distress, everyone who was in debt, and everyone who was discontented gathered to him. So he became captain over them, and there was about 400 men with him.
Then David went from there to Mizpah of Moab, and he said to the king of Moab, "Please let my father and my mother come here with you, till I know what God will do for me."
So he brought them before the king of Moab, and they dwelt with him all the time that David was in the stronghold.
Now the prophet Gad said to David, "Do not stay in the stronghold. Depart and go to the land of Judah." So David departed and went into the forest of Hereth.
When Saul heard that David and the men who were with him had been discovered, now Saul was staying in Gibeah under a tamarisk tree in Ramah, with his spear in his hand and all his servants standing about him.
Then Saul said to his servants who stood about him, "Hear now, you Benjamites. Will the son of Jesse give every one of you fields and vineyards, and make you all captains of thousands and captains of hundreds?
All of you have conspired against me, and there is no one who reveals to me that my son has made a covenant with the son of Jesse. And there is not one of you who is sorry for me, or reveals to me that my son has stirred up my servant against me, to lie in wait, as it is this day."
Then answered Doeg the Edomite, who was set over the servants of Saul, and said, "I saw the son of Jesse going to Nob, to Ahimelech the son of Ahitub."
And he inquired of the Lord for him, gave him provisions, and gave him the sword of Goliath the Philistine.
So the king sent to call Ahimelech the priest, the son of Ahitub, and all his father's house, the priests who were in Nob, and they all came to the king.
And Saul said, "Hear now, son of Ahitub." And he answered, "Here I am, my lord."
Then Saul said to him, "Why have you conspired against me, you and the son of Jesse, in that you have given him bread and a sword, and have inquired of God for him, that he should rise against me, to lie in wait, as it is this day?"
So Elimelech answered the king and said, "And who among all your servants is as faithful as David? Who is the king's son-in-law, who goes at your bidding and is honorable in your house?"
Did I then begin to inquire of God for him? Far be it from me. Let not the king impute anything to his servant, or to any in the house of my father. Let your servant know nothing of all this, little or much.
And the king said, "You shall surely die, Abimelech, you and all your father's house."
Then the king said to the guards who stood about him, "Turn and kill the priests of the Lord, because their hand also is with David, and because they knew when he fled and did not tell it to me. But the servants of the king would not lift their hands to strike the priests of the Lord."
And the king said to Doeg, "You turn and kill the priests." So Doeg the Edomite turned and struck the priests, and killed on that day 85 men who wore a linen ephod.
Also Nob, the city of the priests, he struck with the edge of the sword, both men and women, children and nursing infants, oxen and donkeys and sheep, with the edge of the sword.
Now one of the sons of Ahimelech, the son of Ahitub, named Abiathar, escaped and fled after David.
And Abiathar told David that Saul had killed the Lord's priests.
So David said to Abiathar, "I knew that day when Doeg the Edomite was there, that he would surely tell Saul, 'I've caused the death of all the persons of your father's house.'"
Stay with me, do not fear, for he who seeks my life seeks your life, but with me you shall be safe.
Then they told David, saying, "Look, the Philistines are fighting against Keilah, and they are robbing the threshing floors."
Therefore David inquired to the Lord, saying, "Shall I go and attack these Philistines?" And the Lord said to David, "Go and attack the Philistines and save Keilah."
But David's men said to him, "Look, We are afraid here in Judah. How much more then if we go to Keilah against the armies of the Philistines?"
Then David inquired of the Lord once again, and the Lord answered him and said, "Arise, go down to Keilah, for I will deliver the Philistines into your hand."
And David and his men went to Keilah and fought with the Philistines, struck them with a mighty blow, and took away their livestock. So David saved the inhabitants of Keilah.
Now it happened, when Abiathar, the son of Ahimelech, fled to David at Keilah, that he went down with an ephod in his hand.
And Saul was told that David had gone to Keilah. So Saul said, "God has delivered him into my hand, for he has shut himself in by entering a town that has gates and bars."
Then Saul called all the people together for war, to go down to Keilah to besiege David and his men.
When David knew that Saul plotted evil against him, he said to Abiathar the priest, "Bring the ephod here."
Then David said, "O Lord God of Israel, your servant has certainly heard that Saul seeks to come to Keilah to destroy the city for my sake.
Will the men at Keilah deliver me into his hand? Will Saul come down, as your servant has heard? O Lord God of Israel, I pray, tell your servant." And the Lord said, "He will come down."
Then David said, "Will the men of Keilah deliver me and my men into the hand of Saul?" And the Lord said, "They will deliver you."
Continuing in 1 Chronicles chapter 12. Some Gadites joined David at the stronghold in the wilderness, mighty men of valor, men trained for battle, who could handle shield and spear, whose faces were like the faces of lions and were as swift as gazelles on the mountains.
Ezer the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third,
Mishmanah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth,
Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh,
Johanan the eighth, Elizabad the ninth,
Jeremiah the 10th, and Machbani the 11th.
These were the sons of Gad, captains of the army. The least was over 100, and the greatest was over 1,000.
These are the ones who crossed the Jordan in the first month, when it had overflowed all its banks, and they put to flight all those in the valleys, to the east and to the west.
Then some of the sons of Benjamin and Judah came to David at the stronghold.
And David went out to meet them, and answered and said to them, "If you have come peaceably to me to help me, my heart will be united with you. But if to betray me to my enemies, since there is no wrong in my hands, may the God of our fathers look and bring judgment."
Then the Spirit came upon Amasai, chief of the captains, and he said, "We are yours, O David. We are on your side, O son of Jesse. Peace, peace to you, and peace to your helpers, for your God helps you." So David received them and made them captains of the troops.
Psalm 52. To the chief musician, a contemplation of David when Doeg the Edomite went and told Saul and said to him, "David is gone to the house of Ahimelech." "Why do you boast in evil, O mighty man? The goodness of God endures continually."
Your tongue devises destruction like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
You love evil more than good, lying rather than speaking righteousness. Selah.
You love all devouring words, you deceitful tongue.
God shall likewise destroy you forever. He shall take you away and pluck you out of your dwelling place and uproot you from the land of the living. Selah.
The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him, saying,
"Here is the man who did not make God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness."
But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever.
I will praise you forever because you have done it, and in the presence of your saints I will wait on your name, for it is good.
Psalm 57. To the chief musician set to Do Not Destroy, a michtam of David when he fled from Saul into the cave. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me, for my soul trusts in you. And in the shadow of your wings I will make my refuge, until these calamities have passed by.
I will cry out to God Most High, to God who performs all things for me.
He shall send from heaven and save me. He reproaches the one who would swallow me up. Selah, God shall send forth his mercy and his truth.
My soul is among lions. I lie among the sons of men, who are set on fire, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword.
Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be above all the earth.
They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed it down. They have dug a pit before me. Into the midst of it they themselves have fallen. Selah.
My heart is steadfast. O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and give praise.
Awake, my glory. Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn.
I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing to you among the nations.
For your mercy reaches into the heavens, and your truth into the clouds.
Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be above the earth.
Psalm 142, a contemplation of David, a prayer when he was in the cave. I cry out to the Lord with my voice. With my voice to the Lord I make supplication.
I pour out my complaint before him. I declare before him my trouble.
When my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then you knew my path. In the way in which I walk, they have secretly set a snare for me.
Look on my right hand and see, for there is no one who acknowledged me. Refuge has failed me. No one cares for my soul.
I cry out to you, O Lord. I said, you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living.
Attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I.
Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise your name. The righteous shall surround me, for you shall deal bountifully with me.